And this morning, we are 47 days away from the November election, but Washington is already getting ready. Construction has begun on the 2025 presidential inaugural platform. There's hammering away there. Congressional leaders yesterday gathered at the U.S. Capitol for the first nail ceremony. The platform will be more than 10,000 square feet when it's finished for the January 20th inauguration. There is still a lot of time, though, and a lot of campaigning left to do before we actually even get to that point. Mark Boyle is at the live desk following the very latest when it comes to some new poll numbers. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those poll numbers as both candidates work on getting those undecided voters. We'll talk about their campaign events in just a moment. First, though, here are the latest polling numbers. According to that AP North poll, voters have a slightly more favorable view of the vice president. This is the split right here, just to give you an idea of where things stand, with about half of voters saying they have somewhat or a very positive view of her. The same poll found about 4 in 10 have a somewhat or very favorable view of Mr. Trump. So you see that difference. The latest Fox News survey poll also saw a shift. Harris now has a 2-point lead head-to-head with the matchup of Donald Trump. For reference, Trump was ahead by 1 point over President Biden in July. All very close polling numbers falling within that margin of error, but it does mark for the first time Harris hitting above 50% for support. Turning now to endorsements, after releasing internal polling that showed the majority of its members supported former President Trump over VP Harris, the Teamsters Union declined to endorse either candidate yesterday. This was the first time in nearly 3 decades the union failed to back either candidate. Wednesday, Union President Sean O'Brien said in a statement, in part, quote, "We sought commitments from both Trump and Harris not to interfere in critical union campaigns or core Teamsters industries and to honor our members' right to strike, but we're unable to secure those pledges." Now to a live look over Capitol Hill as the battle over government funding continues. Republicans are looking to tie any funding bill with the SAVE Act. That requires people to show proof of citizenship while registering to vote. Yesterday, it was shot down in the House, with 14 Republicans choosing to cross party lines and vote against it. Just hours before that vote, former President Trump did weigh in. In a post on Truth Social, he wrote this: "If Republicans don't get the SAVE Act and every ounce of it, they should not agree to continuing resolution any way, shape, or form." Today, Kamala Harris is in Michigan to participate in a live stream event with Oprah Winfrey. Mr. Trump is scheduled to be in Washington, D.C. tonight for the Israeli-American Council's National Summit. Then his next campaign event is on Saturday in North Carolina. He also has plans to be in Springfield, Ohio in the next 2 weeks or so. That's the city that's been in the headlines recently for being overrun by thousands of people and being taken over by more than 15,000 Haitian immigrants given protective status under the Biden administration.